Hey y'all, welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new here or you've stumbled upon my channel, I hope that you'll check me out and then consider hitting that subscribe button. While you're at it, you might as well hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date every single time I drop a new video. I'm EVE and this is the Electivist. Alright y'all, so today we're talking about fragrances that just put me in a good ass mood, okay? Just to be all the way 100 with you. I have fragrances that are sexy and sultry, which please believe is a definite need, okay? And then I have fragrances that put me in a comfy, cozy vibe, which I absolutely love. That is my jam. But you also need some fragrances that give you that extra oomph, that uplift you, that just kind of turn things around for you. And so, y'all, that is what I'm going to share today. I love a good mood boosting scent. I love a good scent that will take me from feeling like blah to, oh, okay, I got this. I am moving forward with the day with a smile on my face, okay? So statistically, it is said as we move into the warmer months, your mood naturally improves. So that coupled with a mood boosting scent, cherry on top, y'all, cherry on top. So if you are interested to see what my picks are for mood boosters, keep on watching. Shout out to my girl Keiko Beauty on the inspiration for this first mood boosting fragrance. If you aren't following Keiko, I need you to go and subscribe to her channel now. I will leave her information down in the box below. But y'all, she has a beautiful soul and spirit. She is so down to earth, so relatable, and she is funny as hell to me, okay? She is a beauty connoisseur, okay? And she also shares fragrances on her channel as well. So again, if you haven't checked her out, I need you guys to do that. There is one video that she has done that is still my #1 from her till today. And I think it was how to be a baddie for a day. Y'all, when I tell you she had me cracking up on that video, cracking up. So I'm gonna link that video as well down below. Check it out, check her out, and subscribe to her channel. So anyway, she had mentioned this fragrance in either a favorites or a fragrance video not too long ago, but it reminded me that I hadn't been grabbing for this. I hadn't grabbed for it in a very long time. And this is Flowerbomb Ruby Orchid. Y'all, I am in love with this scent. I am in love with this. This is said to be a fruity floral gourmand. And y'all know how I am about gourmands. I'm not really big on edible, very super sweetly toned fragrances. But I will say that my tolerance for gourmand scents has expanded just a bit. Not too much, let's not get out of hand. But it has expanded just a bit. And so this to me is a very, I would say, almost syrupy peach. But it doesn't go too far overboard in my opinion. I absolutely love it. I want to say the floral in here is orchid, obviously, based on the name. But it has a peach, it has that orchid, and it has the vanilla at the bottom, y'all. So I made it a point to pull this out after she mentioned it in her video, and I wore it the next day. When I tell you, I was like going with the flow with a smile on my face. It was a busy day at work. I had back-to-back calls, back-to-back meetings. And I was good. Like the things that were happening for the day, it was just rolling off my back with no stress in sight, okay? I didn't care what Karen had to say on the call. I didn't care what action items didn't get done. I didn't care. All I knew was that I smelled damn good that day and I could not get enough of how I was giving all the good vibes. So Flowerbomb Ruby Orchid is a definite mood booster in my opinion, and I'm so glad that she mentioned it because I've been neglecting her, okay? But not anymore because I will continue to pull her out. Now, when I say burst of happiness, this next one is like getting a brand new bag filled with pink Starburst, okay? This has nothing to do with Starburst, but just roll with me here, okay? So this is Sunplosion from Simone, Andrea, y'all. I told you guys that I was doing a dedicated video, and I'm really hoping that that video comes out before this. But in the event that it doesn't, Don't be mad at me, okay? But I am not going to go into a whole lot of detail because I should have already reviewed it on my channel. If it is out, I will have it linked up above so you can check it out. But just know, this is a gorgeous mango, juicy guava, and a creamy sandalwood at the bottom, y'all. When I... mood boosting for sure. 10 out of 10, just uplifting, bright, very fruity. Oh, y'all. I can't get enough of this. So if that video by chance does not come out before this one, please don't be mad at me. Just wait on it because it's coming, okay? It's definitely coming. This next one. Mood booster. Mood booster. This is Trajan from Electivist. Now, I don't know how I feel about the bottle. I'm leaning more towards I don't really care for it. It's a bit gaudy in my opinion, and the cap is kind of obnoxious a little bit. But we're not here for the bottle in this instance. We're here for the juice. The juice is giving, okay? And you may have already heard that the juice is also giving BR 540 vibes. And you are correct, okay? But BR 540 has, you know, has that beautiful spun sugar, burnt sugar in the opening, and then it has a very prominent woody feel on the base of it. So if you think that one is a little bit too woody for you, give this one a shot. Because while this does have similarities to BR 540, this is more of a lighter, brighter, airier, mood lifter, citrusy version of BR 540. So on top, it's got some blood orange, it's got some bergamot, I believe, but it goes into that gorgeous saffron, some lavender, and some sage, y'all. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm late, but I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. So this next fragrance had a moment, and I want to say there was a time period where it was getting a lot of hype, but that hype to me has fizzled out quite a bit. And that was around 2020 to 2021. But I think the momentum is coming back slowly but surely, so that 2023 might be the comeback year, okay? And that is Flora Botanica from Balenciaga, y'all. When I say this is loud and proud and mood boosting for sure, mood boosting for sure. So this is a fresh, bright, very green in my opinion, but perfect for the spring and summertime. So this has to me a prominent note of mint, and there is also a note listed of cannabis. Now I find that the cannabis is subtle. It's there, but it's subtle, and it's not overpowering or doing the most in my opinion. But I find that once this hits the skin, it sweetens up for me. That is what I love about this fragrance. So from the nozzle, I get a lot of that greenness, a bit of the earthiness, but on my skin, it sweetens up, and it's perfect. It's a perfect balance of sweetness that's not overdone at all, and that green freshness from this fragrance, y'all. I cannot get enough of this. So I featured this on my channel very early on in my journey, and this was one of the ones for my spring lineup. I think that was in 2020. I don't know, but the rumors back then was that this was going to be discontinued. So because of that, I did get a backup bottle of this, and I know my backup bottle is ready to be broken out, okay? But I am a little under half on this bottle, so this will get done this year, especially now that I have fallen back in love with this, because there was a period of time where I just wasn't grabbing for it. But one day I said, let me just spray you, and it reminded me like, oh, this is why I love you so much. So let me share something that I layered with this just on a whim. And when I say that that just took the mood boosting factor times 10, times 10. And so this fragrance is actually the next one on my list. It's Killian Yo Gelato. What is the name of this? Yum Pistachio Gelato 11. The names get so long, I can't remember, but I'm gonna call it Yum just to be safe. Y'all, I don't know if you can even see the dent from here. I've dug into this so much. So I talked about this in my video where I shared like the releases for the first quarter. This was on there, and I hadn't decided if I wanted to grab a full-size bottle to review, but I finally broke down and said that I would just at least play around with this 10 ml and see how I felt about it. And y'all, when I tell you, I was pleasantly surprised. This is so freaking delicious. So fresh, y'all, but sweet, but not too sweet, and nutty and marshmallowy. This is so good. What do y'all think about this? Now, I also said that I wasn't watching reviews because, again, I wasn't for sure if I was going to do a review on my own, and I didn't want to be swayed. But I did see Marima's review, and she mentioned how fabulous she thought this scent was. But she also talked about the performance being poor, and I 100% agree. The performance sucks on this one, but the juice, the scent profile, mood booster for me. I love how this is gourmandingly fresh. Like, you normally associate gourmands being thicker and heavier on the sweeter side, but this is bright. This is, again, fresh. This is airy. This is beautiful. And this paired with this, you need to layer these two, okay? So if you have this, which I think most people have tried this by now, and you have this, I need you to do like one or two of the, you don't need, listen, if I haven't said this already, this is a performance monster. This is not a fragrance that you have to top up. Like, you can spray in the morning and be good for the entire day, okay? So you only need a couple sprays of this and then go ham with this, because again, we just talked about performance. It's not the best, but the juice is where it's at, okay? Layer these two, one or two. Go in with this. Get your life, okay? Get your entire fresh life, okay? I've gone on and on about both of these, but just know that it's a mood booster times 10. Oh, this is another one that I was late to the party, but I do not care because I am glad that I have it in my collection, okay? And this is Princess from Killian. Y'all, when I tell you that I am probably the last person on the planet to have gone into Sephora and at least sniffed this, I went my entire adulthood bypassing this in the store. Like, I just wasn't drawn to the ball and the cube combination. Like, I just didn't care to pick it up and sniff it. But for whatever reason, this particular day, I sniffed it. I was like, I have been missing out. What the heck is wrong with me? But when I tell you this gets me in a great ass good mood, a great ass mood, okay? So this is similar to Love Don't Be Shy from Killian. And you guys know that I used to own that in my collection. I did declutter it. That is very syrupy, very thick, very dense. I enjoy the scent profile, but the performance is trash, or was trash, because I don't own it anymore. I felt like the performance didn't match the price tag, and instead of me complaining every other day about that scent, I just got rid of it, okay? Now, this is still expensive in my opinion. I think this is $118, somewhere around there. It's still a little high, but not as high as Love Don't Be Shy. And honestly, I prefer this version over that one anyway. Y'all, this is fresh. This is so good. It's got some lemon on top. It's also got some ginger. I love ginger in my fragrances. It also has a green tea note, which I absolutely love that vibe as well. But it's also marshmallowy. It's also got vanilla in it, but it's got a fresher take than Love Don't Be Shy. And it's the better option in my opinion. Definitely same profile. If I had to choose between the two, obviously the one that's in my collection is the one that's winning, okay? But when I say mood booster, mood booster. This kind of also gives me two vibes in one. I get a little bit of comfort with the vanilla and marshmallow, but I also get that burst of brightness and upliftment in the opening because of that fresh essence of the green tea and the lemon and the ginger. So no complaints here. I love the girl, the good girl, Princess. Again, last person in America to own or sniff this, but I don't care. I love her, okay? I love her. So do you want to talk about love at first sniff? Because we can talk about it, okay? Now, I mentioned this very recently on my channel, but this fragrance right here, love. love at first sniff, okay? Tangerine Boy from Fleur. Y'all, I went into Sephora. I took a beeline for the fragrances like I always do. I go straight to the fragrances and I get my nosy on. I love to sniff and see what's new on the block, okay? I saw this. I sniffed this. I was like, oh, you were waiting for me. You were waiting for me. Y'all, this, and my mouth is watering, okay? When I say this is a juicy tangerine, my mouth is salivating. Give me a minute. Juicy tangerine, y'all. I cannot get over how juicy of a tangerine citrusy scent this, y'all. Now, I know most of you aren't into citrusy forward fragrances, and I get that. I understand that most would correlate it to like a cleaning type product versus a nice, fresh, effervescent feel, bright feel on your skin. But I enjoy a nice, fresh citrus, okay? But this one just, it captured my heart, y'all. So it's got a beautiful, very juicy tangerine in here. It also has lemon. But when I spray this on my skin, that juiciness kind of subsides as it gets to the middle and the dry down. But as it gets to the ultimate dry down, I get more of like a, I don't know that there are any woody notes in here, but there is a woody, earthy facet that I get on the bottom. But primarily it is the tangerine, it is the lemon. It's a love. This is a love. But let me tell you the main reason why I fell in love at first sniff, okay? So if you're familiar with Louis Vuitton, they also have a very expensive but beautiful range of fragrances. And there is a scent called Afternoon Swim that I absolutely love and I cannot get enough of. I've gone back and forth for a very long time now on whether or not it's worth adding to my collection. So you guys know that the nature of a citrusy fragrance is not to last long. Citrusy notes just in general do not have great lasting power. It's just the nature of the beast. It's nothing like your sexy, sultry scents or even your comfy scents. Citruses just have a very moderate to slightly poor projection or performance. And so because of that fact, I didn't know if it was worth me picking up Afternoon Swim, knowing that now it costs $300 a bottle. $300 for a full bottle at Louis Vuitton. And that is a hefty price tag, y'all. The prices just keep going. I don't want to keep talking about inflation, but I am very much so annoyed. Even more so annoyed that I should have just picked it up when my heart was telling me to pick it up like almost 2 years ago. But what's done is done. I love that fragrance so much. It also has a juicy orange note in the opening of Afternoon Swim. And when I sniffed this, it immediately took me to Afternoon Swim. It just immediately transported me to Louis Vuitton. And so that's why I was like, I gotta have you. I gotta have you. But even yet on its own, this in its own right is just as beautiful as that one. They're not similar, but they have that similar juiciness of the orange in there, and I just cannot get enough. So I knew I had to have it. I love it. No regrets. Girl, boy, boy, I love. This is an absolute love and definitely a mood booster. All right, y'all, so this next one, when I saw it, I said, oh, I forgot how pretty you were. And that's Lotus Pear from Seven Virtues. Y'all, this is so pretty. And it's definitely a mood boosting scent. So I obviously have a thing for pear, okay? But this to me has a juicy pear. Obviously the name is Lotus Pear. It has a juicy pear, but it also has peach in here, which I enjoy the combination of both of those. Belle de Jour from Dior also has a combo of pear and peach, so I enjoy that profile very much. But y'all, this is such a bright and happy, uplifting scent. After I pulled out Ruby Orchid, I ran across this one as well. I sniffed her. I was like, oh, I love you too. So to me, this nicely balances the fruity notes with the florals. So there are actually a lot of florals that are listed for this, but it's not too much. It's not overbearing. Again, I think it's nicely balanced. I want to say it's got gardenia, jasmine, it's got orange blossom, it's got lotus obviously, but very nice fragrance nonetheless, very uplifting, very pleasant, very pretty. Very, very pretty. If you enjoy pear and or peach, I don't see why you wouldn't enjoy this one. This is also, I feel like, a very cost-effective one from Sephora. Yeah, and it's a green scent. So if you're into, you know, improving in the environment and you want to wear fragrances that support that journey, this is definitely one to look into, and it's a mood booster. The same way that Tangerine Boy had my mouth just watering, it's the same way this next fragrance is. It's doing it to me. It's doing it to me, and it's doing it for me. Okay, this is Gumin from Tiziana Terenzi. When I say good ass mood, I'm happy. I'm happy. I am happy. Y'all, this pineapple forward fragrance is so beautiful. And you know what? I am so sick and tired of me overusing the word beautiful. I am working on that, y'all, but that just... This is so lovely. I don't know what other descriptive. I need to work on expanding my vocabulary in that space because there are definitely other words than beautiful. But when I tell you I truly enjoy this scent, I truly enjoy this scent. Yes, it does it for me. Okay, so not only does this have a gorgeous, juicy pineapple, it's got two types of oranges, regular orange, mandarin orange. It's got some bergamot as well on top. I will say it does have a lot going on. So it's got quite a bit of woods at the bottom. It's got agar wood, but it's not too oody. It's not oud forward like your oody scents are. I feel like the oud is just there to provide a little bit more substance in the base, but this is very musky in my opinion. It also has some florals, which to me doesn't do a whole lot. It doesn't have a very prominent presence in the fragrance. What is prominent to me is that pineapple. And it's a little aquatic too, actually. I kind of get some aquatic vibes from, y'all, this is just good. This is delicious, okay? This is very delicious, very zesty, very mood lifting. I really, really enjoy this. Now, with everything that I listed that this had going on, the woods at the bottom, the florals in the middle, a little aquatic, one might find this to lean a little bit masculine. But me personally, this to me is very much so unisex. A man or a woman could rock this and get their entire pineapple life. But because of all of the things that are going on in the background, I could see how one may categorize this as leaning just a tad bit masculine. But for me, it's a love and it's a mood booster for sure, okay? I love this one. All right, so rounding up this mood boosting list, I think I have the mood booster of all of these mood boosters today. It's Young Rose from Byredo. Y'all know, every single time I have talked about this fragrance, I have said to you how great of a mood this puts me in. I have said to you how uplifting this scent is, y'all. I love this fragrance. I say this a lot too. I cannot get enough. I cannot get enough. But I can't, okay? I cannot. This is one of the fragrances, and I have quite a few in my collection that I have to be intentional about not spraying. Because I can go overboard and just get in a rotation where I am grabbing for something every day. Especially if I love it so much, I want to wear it. 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 So I had to stop wearing this for a bit because I was running quickly through this bottle. I don't want this to run out that fast. Like, I'm gonna have to slow down on the being trigger happy. So now that we're in the springtime, I'm just gonna have to get back into rotation because I am loving how this just uplifts my spirit, puts me in a great mood. So this has got some Szechuan pepper in the opening. I do remember that. But I don't think it has any citruses listed on top. However, I definitely get like a lemon and a bergamot in this. It obviously has a rose note in it, but that rose is so bright. It's so fresh. It's so lovely, y'all. It's so lovely. And it's got some musk and it's got ambroxan. And you guys know how I feel about ambroxan. And if you don't know, ambroxan is used to push a fragrance. It definitely allows a fragrance to have more shouting power, if you will. This definitely does that for me. For about an hour and a half, it does that shouting. It's very present. And then it comes down into about a moderate bubble for about another couple hours before it becomes a skin scent. So I know Byredo gets a lot of flack because of the price point and the performance that a lot of the fragrances from the house give. This, again, I've mentioned it before, citrusy leaning fragrances are not designed to last all day. So when you come across one that does, cherish it, okay? This one does not last all day, but it is so nice, so lovely to me. I don't mind topping this one off. That is how much I enjoy this one, okay? So if I had to recommend a fragrance from the house, because I have quite a few from Byredo, this would definitely be one of them because I love how it just improves your spirits. At least that's how I feel. It does it for me, definitely. But this one is it's a mood booster for real. Y'all, I have been talking so much, my battery is about to die, but Young Rose from Byredo is definitely one that I would highly recommend. Okay? So, you know what to do. If you got a mood boosting scent in your stash that always comes through, always answers the call when you're in need, drop it in the comments down below and let me know what that is, okay? Now, if you've watched it to this point and you have not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Okay, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can stay up. I mean, you're already staying up to date with me. You might as well just hit the button. Hit the button, okay? So until the next time, you guys, I love you all. I enjoyed you all today. I will see you on the next one. Bye.